Alrighty, everybody. Here's the final segment of Ben's birthday special, and we're playing Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii. Let's see how we do this game.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone. You all look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: world geography, cats, sounds like do, re, mi, etc., mythology, TV nostalgia, and Monopoly.
Cats for 200.
All right, let's get... The fact that a cat can land upon its feet without injury gave rise to the myth that cats have this many lives.
What is 9?
Yes, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding... Good for you.
Cats for 400.
Player 1. The Korat breed from Thailand is usually this color of some Olympic medals.
What is gold?
It's Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Let's hear it, Player 3. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 2. That is correct. Select again. The mass killing of cats in the 14th century helped spread this disease carried by rat fleas. Yes, Player 1.
What is the bubonic plague?
That's it. And you're back into some money.
Cats for 800.
Player 1. Short-haired cats were derived from the Khafre cat, which was domesticated by this ancient civilization. Player 1.
What is Egypt?
Good.
Cats for 1,000.
Choose again, Player 1. This Asian-named cat is produced by mating Siamese and Longhairs, and then selectively breeding them. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is Himalayan?
Correct. You again, Player 1.
Let's go with Monopoly for 200.
A classic PBS Kids series that taught reading shared its name with this Monopoly utility.
What is the electric company?
Okay, Player 1. Yes.
Let's go with Monopoly for 400.
Player 1. Each time a player passes go, he collects this salary.
What is $200?
It's Player 1. Good. You get to pick a question mark is on the space in which you draw one of these cards.
What is a chance card?
Player 1. You got it.
Monopoly 800.
Please pick again. Tokens that are household items include the iron and this sewing accessory.
What is a thimble?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are.
Monopoly 1000.
Player 1. A railroad and an avenue are both named for this state.
What is Pennsylvania?
Okay, Player 1. Right.
Let's have mythology.
You get to pick again. Some say his 12 labors were penance for killing his wife Megara and their children.
Who is Hercules?
Yes,
Hercules,
Player 1.
Hercules.
Right.
Mythology for 400.
We return to you, player one. Jupiter is the Roman equivalent of this Greek god. It's player one.
Who is... Say Zeus.
That is correct. Player one. She was given a box and told not to open it. She did, releasing the world's evil, but shut it before hope could escape.
Who is Pandora?
Player one. Right. You again, player one. And I'll hand it off to Kelly.
According to Greek myth, this monster depicted here 8 people who could not answer its riddle.
What is the Sphinx?
Let's hear it, player one. That's right. Way to go. Please pick a... This Greek sea god could cause springs to flow and create storms with a flourish of his trident.
Who is Poseidon?
It's player one. Yes.
Sounds like Billy Me for 200.
Choose again, player one. A Katharine Hepburn memoir. Okay, player one.
What is me?
That's correct. Select again. It's a long, long way to go to this 20th letter of the Arabic alphabet.
What is fa?
Yes, player one. Yep.
Sounds like it's 600.
Player one. Bangladesh produces about 60,000 metric tons of this a year. It's player one.
What is dough?
No.
Boop.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. T.
Oh, T. My bad.
Player one. Double talk phrase that followed ooh in the title of a 1973 album by The Faces.
What is la la?
Player one. Yeah! Correct. Player one. Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are currently in the lead. The clue. It's Spanish for sun.
What is soul? Or is it ray? It's either soul or ray. I'll say what is soul.
That puts you even further ahead.
Nostalgia 200.
Please pick a... In an animated 1987 TV special, this space-age family traveled back in time to meet the Flintstones.
Who are the Jetsons?
Okay, player one. Yeah, good.
Nostalgia 400.
Player one. In the pilot for this 60s sitcom, Jed and Jethro first meet Mr. Drysdale when he comes to get them out of jail.
What's the Beverly Hillbillies?
Yes, player one. You are correct. Player one. The 1973 TV season gave us Richard Roundtree as this super cool private eye he'd played on film.
Who is Shaft?
Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. Player one. According to his theme song, Mr. This will never speak unless he has something to say.
Who is Ed?
Yes, player one.
Hello. I'm Mr.
Hey, you're right. Choose again, player one. In the 50s, this movie Tarzan was still hanging out with a chimp, but he wore more than a loincloth as TV's Jungle Jim. It's player one.
Who is Johnny Weissmuller?
Good.
World Geography for 200.
Player one. Melbourne is in the Australian state named for this woman, a friend of Viscount Melbourne.
Who's Victoria?
Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. You get to pick a... You can enter this European city via the Puerta de Bisagra and its U.S. namesake via exit 64 on the Ohio Turnpike.
What is...
Okay,
Kansas?
player one.
Or Toledo, rather?
Ah, good. We return to... Paulistas live in a large city in this large South American country.
What is What is Brazil?
Player 1? Yeah. Right. You again, player 1. This country's Grand Canal ends at the port of Hangzhou.
Hangzhou.
Okay, player 1.
What is China?
That's correct.
Last clue.
And the last clue for $1,000. It's Africa's highest mount that shares its name with a country.
What is
It's
Chad?
player 1.
Or Mount Kenya?
Good.
$1,000.
Player 3 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Science adjectives. Kidlit. Our Founding Fathers. Starts with the letter J. Sports quotes. And you're in denial. Hey, it's still anyone's game, and player 3, you get to select first. Because they're most active after dark, opossums are described as this, Latin for of the night.
What is nocturnal?
Player 1? You are correct. Select again. Pumice, which floats on water because of little air pockets, is described as this, from the Greek for passage. Yes, player 1.
What is buoyant?
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player 3.
Fragile? No.
Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player 2. Correct. You again, player 2. This 10-letter adjective describes a medical condition that was present at birth. Okay, player 1.
What is congenital?
Yep. You get to pick again, player 1. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
Hydrogen and oxygen atoms bind tightly together to create water molecules by sharing electrons in this type of bond, from the Latin for strong together.
What is covalent?
Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1. Answer. One of the daily double. And you're in the lead now. Give us a wink. Okay, here is the clue. Sarcasm aside, this word from the Greek for burning describes a substance that causes corrosion.
What is harsh?
Second place now, player 1. Here's the response we were looking for. Caustic.
Oh, caustic. All right, well, I'll get it back.
Player 1, back to you. A game of hide and seek leads Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy into this land that's always winter and never Christmas.
What is Narnia?
Yes, player 1. That's correct. Choose again, player 1. Leroy Brown is the real name of the boy detective with this bookish nickname.
What is Encyclopedia Brown?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. We return to you. This Louise Fitzhugh lass spies on her classmates and writes about them in her secret notebook.
Who is Harriet the Spy?
Yes, player 1. Right. Select again. In a Francis Hodgson Burnett tale, Mary Lennox tends to the secret this.
What is garden?
Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1. This Kipling lad goes on a Himalayan journey with a Tibetan lama.
Who's Kim?
Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right.
Our time in college for 400.
Player 1. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
The southwest wall of the Thomas Jefferson Memorial displays an excerpt from this document, of which Jefferson was the primary author.
What's the Declaration of Independence?
It's player 1. That is correct. Please pick again. At age 15, he was a bell ringer at the Old North Church. 25 years later, he told the church sexton to light 2 lanterns.
Who is Paul Revere?
Player 1? Correct. Player 1. He served jointly with William Hunter as Postmaster General of the Colonies from 1753 to 1761.
Who is Benjamin Franklin?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are. Select again. On April 24th, 1778, this naval hero captured the Drake, the first British ship defeated in war by an American ship. Okay, Player 1.
Who is John Paul Jones?
That's it. We return to you, Player 1. Before he was on the $10 bill, this first Treasury Secretary was one of the 39 signers of the Constitution.
Who is Alexander Hamilton?
Yes, Player 1. You got it. Choose again, Player 1. Johnny Logan. We're honoring one of the all-time greats in baseball. Stan the Man Him. He's immoral.
Who's Stan Musial?
It's Player 1. That is correct. Please pick again. This Hall of Fame 1970s Reds catcher was thinking about making a comeback until I pulled a muscle vacuuming. Player 1?
Who is Pete Rose?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Here's what we wanted. Johnny Bench.
Oh, Johnny Bench. All right.
Player 1. He made Bartlett's with, if people don't want to come out to the ballpark, nobody's going to stop them.
Who's Yogi Berra?
Okay, Player 1. Yes. You get to pick again, Player 1. This 1950s Yankee manager said of a pitcher, he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't chase women, and he don't win. It's Player 1.
Who is Casey Stengel?
Yes. Player 1. Answer. The second daily double. And you have the lead. What'll it be? Answer this. At a dinner, Redskins running back John Riggins begged this Supreme Court justice, baby, loosen up.
Who is Sandra Day O'Connor?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. You again, Player 1. To cross the street illegally.
What is jaywalk?
Let's hear it, Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1. It's combat between 2 knights on horseback using lances.
What is jousting?
Yes, Player 1. Yeah! Correct. You get to pick again. Breed of cows named for one of the Channel Islands.
What is Jersey?
Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Many computer games use this lever.
What is a joystick?
It's Player 1. Right you are. Player 1. A green mineral or a fickle woman.
What is jade?
Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1. This colorful branch of the Nile River begins at Lake Tana in Ethiopia.
What is the White Nile?
Yes, Player 1. No, sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Blue Nile.
The correct response is the Blue Nile. Choose again, Player 1. In 1902, construction was completed on the first dam on the Nile at this southern Egyptian city.
What is Aswan?
Player 1? Yes. Select again. A center of Egypt's rice trade, this Nile Delta city lends its name to an important translating stone.
What is Rosetta?
Let's hear it, player one. Good. Please pick again. This ancient Greek historian called Egypt the gift of the Nile. It's player one.
I'm going to say who is Herodotus.
You got it. And the last clue for $2,000. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
An ancient boat nearly 150 feet long was found in 1954 by archaeologists investigating the Great Pyramid on this Egyptian plateau.
Okay, player one.
I'm going to say what is Suez.
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else?
Oh, well.
Here's the correct response. Giza.
Oh, Giza. All right.
Only two of you will be going on to Final Jeopardy. Sorry, player three. Here's the Final Jeopardy category. Military men.
I'm going to do just $4,000.
So, what's your wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Here you are, players, the Final Jeopardy clue. Books about this American are subtitled Warrior as Wordsmith and The Far Eastern General. And your response?
Douglas MacArthur.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
Everything, so you go up to 2,400.
Let's see your response.
I picked Douglas MacArthur as well, and I'm going to get Ben $40,000.
With that correct response, you will gain...
Not bad.
Yeah! This makes you our new champion, player one. So congratulations.
All right.
So long, everybody.